Welcome back to NC Bassin. I'm Landon Moore. Today we're on Lake Hickory. Last two trips, I'm practicing for this tournament next week. My last trip to practice, water's been dropping a lot. Caught a few here last week, but only 3 decent fish. Luckily it's only a 3-fish limit, but not getting a lot of bites. I thought about going up to Gunpowder or Whitburg, trying something different, but I only catch a few fish there in March. I know it's going to be even tougher this time of year. And it's supposed to rain all week, so it might get blown out by the rain. Down near the dam, this will be the cleanest water. I hope it does rain all week and the water comes up some. I'm also in the monthly. I'm in like last place. I only put up 4 fish in the last 2 trips here, so it's been tough trying to get the monthly from Lake Hickory. I've been missing Lake Norman. There's some big ones in here. Hopefully they bite today. Let's see how it goes. There we go. Fish on the spinnerbait. I cannot get bit on top for nothing. Not big. Starting out slow today. We'll take him. Man, it's 7:40. I got here like 6:10. I was in the water at 6:10. It's been a slow morning. The wind is blowing. I think that's hurting the topwater bite. I've not seen a single fish jump. I usually see some shad moving and fish jumping. The second bite I've had on the spinnerbait, and I ain't been throwing it long, so I guess it's wind. I need to throw a spinnerbait. My gosh, I actually got a bite there. On a shaky head? Not big. Still. Damn, first cast was shaky head again. I threw there. That's a spot actually. Dirt shallow water. Well, I might have to slow down. I was thinking no sun, shaky head might not be that great, but maybe on points. On that right baits probe, little finesse. Just a little guy, but another spot. I need to find some bigger largemouth, but I won this casting rod last tournament for Foothills, and I mean, it feels amazing. It's a medium heavy, so I'm going to use it for my shaky heads, but I mean, I could feel everything down there. It really does have good feel. I mean, it is a $180 rod, so I'm not used to that kind of feel on a carp. But maybe I got to slow down and fish. I mean, this is out of the wind too. I'm surprised I got a bite there. Oh, GoPro wasn't going. Still having issues a little bit with the GoPro, but just threw the whopper plopper through there and then got bit on a spinnerbait. A little bit off the bank though, actually. The wind blowing. Might bite it, but they're all tiny. That's what I don't like. I got some wood coming. I like throwing a spinnerbait around wood and a crankbait around these rocks, but the wind blowing on rocks, they'll kill a spinnerbait too. There's some bait too. I mean, maybe topwater ain't the answer today. Golly, I don't think he's big. Finally, topwater bite. Never give up on topwater. I got this hooked him weird now because he's starting to fight. Not a bad fish, actually. At least put him on the board. There we go. Just keep throwing topwater. Never give up on it. I'm just sitting there thinking how all these trees are good for a spinnerbait, but I'm still throwing a whopper plopper. I don't like how far off the bank he was, but it's a chunk. 3 best fish I've caught on this lake have been on the whopper plopper, and I've only caught 3 on the whopper plopper. That's sad. But the better ones will bite it if I can just get them to bite it. There's probably gonna be the same conditions next Saturday if the weather stays like it is. It's supposed to be cloudy and raining, and that's not a bad fish. There used to be, I'm sure still is. Even waste my time by going back there. There we go, in the brush pile. Looks like a good one, actually. Oh, man. There. Get away. I think he went back in the brush pile, didn't he? Golly, that's a giant. Get out of there. That's a big fish in the brush pile. Largemouth. Yes, he's not that long, but fat fish, largemouth. Look at that, guys. He ate it on the baton. On the baton on the shaky head, that's why I'm running out of them. I found a pack of like 3 of them. That's a big fish, yes. Man, I need that fish next week. I got so lucky that he come back out. The brush pile's right there. He was in the brush pile. Then he come back out. There's a cross member right there. He wrapped me around there. He just went right back over it. He didn't wrap me around it. He just went over it and stayed up. He's trying to jump. I got lucky. Look at this mouth. He's been caught 100 times at this lake. Yeah, baby. It's a big fish. 405, guys. Good fish. Only 19 inches, but fat as can be. There he is, guys. Biggin. 4-pounder, 19-incher. There he goes. And it makes me feel like I need to throw the jig. I'll probably be waiting in a tournament soon. That gives me some signs of life here, yes. No! Oh my, that felt like a big... I went to pop it and had to set the hook at the same time. I didn't feel him bite it. Man, that felt like a good one too. He has to come back this way. He's not big, but getting a little bit of a pattern here. Largemouth on the shaky head. It's 3 fish in this stretch right here. It's gonna be a good place to start too. Not a terrible fish. I'll definitely take him next week. Kind of don't want to bite a shaky head though. There's no sun. They're still biting a shaky head. The other guys are gonna kill it. Everybody throws a shaky head. It's nice to find some largemouth though, because I know they get big. Oh, there's a fish just in open water eating shaky heads. Just trying to straighten my kayak. Ooh, came up and ate it. That'd be a good one actually. No, and he come off. What in the heck, man? That baton again. Lost 2 now. There's a fish. I'm gonna keep this one hooked. He's not very big. Maybe he is actually. No, he's not big. Why are they coming off? I even upgrade. I had these 1/4 ounce of a 4/0 head. I mean a 4/0 hook. Once I was using 3/16, they had a 3/0 hook. With this baton, it's kind of thick, but the 4/0 goes back to the skinny section right there. Easier to hook them better, but I don't know why I'm losing them. Kind of forced that fish in because he wasn't that big. But that was a spot. Finally got one to bite on the fall. Well, he's trying. Just thinking they've been biting it while I'm dragging it every time. Oh, he threw my baton. I don't have hardly any left. Largemouth. That's how you catch them. It's on the shaky head, I guess. They're not out here chasing bait as much. I do think a swim bait. I'm trying that rolling, strolling head. Don't think it's very big. Not at all. He's swimming right to me. He swallowed it. Another little largemouth. Could not feel my bait. It's been a minute. Just starting to think, like, gosh, since I put a trick worm on, I ain't got bit. I'm trying to save my batons. This fish won't relax. A largemouth. Oh my God. Dragging that out. Got bit. And they should be in the wind. I think he's very big. Finally, it's been a struggle lately. Gotta be a spot, yeah. Come on, fish, give up. In the wind, threw the swim bait all through that point. I mean, it's white capping out there on the main lake. It'd be really windy at Norman today. Lake Hickory doesn't get that bad. I mean, if it's real windy, it can. But back to baton. I was trying to use a trick worm to save them. That fish ain't terrible. Oh, guys, camera wasn't going. Just randomly dragging a shaky head out in front of these trees. Nice one. Fought pretty hard. Felt kind of like the fish I lost earlier. I'd say that one also is about that size. Probably a spot. Just open water dragging a shaky head. He's got a big scar. These fish are random, not really on docks where they should be. It's a decent fish. 17 incher. Not a giant, but I'd love to have him next week. Where do you like him? Like 3 17s, so they give you a decent chance at a check. I'm sure somebody's going to like 55, but it's not going to be a lot of big fish caught next week. Well, today we're on Lake Hickory. It's tournament day with the foothills. We've got 32 anglers. It's a small lake though. It's only Lake Hickory today. I'm putting in at Oxford. We had a little bit of rain last week. I don't know if the water's stained or not, but it should be pretty clear still. 3 fish limit. Need 3 fish over 18 inches. That's what you need, a kicker fish in these small, 3 limit tournament. You need a real kicker fish. These fish seemed kind of lethargic last week. I mean, they wanted a slow presentation, like a shaky head, something dragging on the bottom. Hopefully they bite topwater today. I just want them to cover water and catch them moving baits. Hopefully the big one's biting and we get this win. Let's see how it goes. They just don't bite good morning right now. Feels tiny on the fluke, because he is. Wow. Well, first fish of the day is tiny one. Pedaled 20 minutes and there's a bass boat on my spot. There's a club tournament going out the same ramp. He is tiny. I really thought he might be a bluegill the way I couldn't hardly feel him on the line. A little tiny one, but it's only going to be 10 inches in this tournament. So I'm sure he's 10. 11 and a half maybe. We'll take a picture of him just in case we need him. I really hope we don't. Oh, was the camera even going? I'm not sure if the camera was going, guys, but finally got a fish. Good one too on the shaky head. Dropped down to an 1/8 ounce and a trick worm. Just trying to get finesse. It's 11 o'clock. It's been a struggle today, guys. It's over halfway, but it's been slick calm all morning. The wind's supposed to, it ain't blowing yet, but there's a little ripple. Abandoned all my plans. Just went to the other side of the lake, fish spots I've never fished before, just trying something different. That fish is on the main lake. That's a good sign. Wasting time in these pockets. 17 incher, guys. I'll definitely take that. Yes. I need 2 more 18s and I'll be in good shape. That's a good fish. Golly. No, we didn't get it. I don't even think he was that big. I needed him. Uh-oh. I went my drive too. Day's over. Something ain't right. Good thing I got a paddle. It's kind of going. No, that's something's bad wrong. Yep, it's not even. I don't. Couldn't have lasted another 2 hours. Just. Well, guys, what a tough day. I only caught 2 fish all day. It was such a struggle. I tried to cover water. I thought if I just threw that whopper plopper, stayed on the main lake, covered water, I'd eventually come across 3 good ones. Then when the sun came out, I was going to fish docks, fish those deep docks. I should have went offshore and fished like rock piles and brush piles. Clearly, hindsight's 20/20, but my drive went out. It's been grinding for a while. I knew it was a possibility, but I was hoping I'd get the rest of this year on it. Luckily, I got a refurbished one for $500 on the way. I mean, this kayak fishing is getting about as costly as boat fishing, but it's still way cheaper than boat fishing. You guys can see from the results. This is a tough day on everybody. I mean, only a few people were able to catch 3 good fish. I mean, I thought it would definitely take mid-50s and probably over 52 to get in the money, and ended up being 51.75 won it. Congrats to Pet on winning again. That guy's a hammer. Congrats to all the guys that figured the fish out this day. I know I sure couldn't. Next summer it's going to be on Lake James, October 19th. And the championship's actually going to be on Lake Norman, which is awesome for me. Best lake, best case scenario for me, November 2nd. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting back on Lake Norman. Glad to get away from Lake Hickory, but thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on NC Bassin'.